Hi guys, so it looks like Boris Johnson wants to act like the leader of North Korea and ignore judges on rulings he doesn't care for. This would be expanded to government ministers too, it seems. This is according to the Times on Sunday. Now it says that Boris Johnson has opened a new front in his war with judges, which would see secretaries of state and ministers having the ability to ignore any legalities they don't like the look of. This is after a number of political fights the Tories have had with judges, in particular over Brexit and how the government wants a post-Brexit Britain to operate. Dominic Raab, the Justice Secretary, has been directed by the Prime Minister to bring in a raft of changes described as reforms to curb the power senior members of the judiciary currently hold. One of the measures the Justice Secretary and the Attorney General have in mind is to pass a yearly interpretation bill. This would allow Parliament, which Johnson currently holds a massive majority in, to water down or completely strike out judicial reviews, ones of course the government disagree with. The excuse for this is that it would strengthen Parliament's sovereignty in respect to the Constitution, something that Johnson and the Tories don't want judges interfering in. Obviously, judges and lawyers have reacted to this with anger, saying that it would allow the party with a majority in the House of Commons to stop legitimate legal challenges. There is a feeling amongst the legal profession that Boris Johnson and his bunch want a judiciary that rolls over and ignores possible breaches in the law by the government. Now, this follows on the heels of the so-called overhaul of the Human Rights Act that Dominic Raab has said on a number of occasions needs to be corrected, due to what he sees as an imbalance between freedom and privacy. Raab told the media recently that he wants, for example, privacy laws not to evolve via rulings in court, but by MPs in the House of Commons. When it comes to the current courts bill, which is at the moment going through Parliament, people close to number 10 say that Boris Johnson believes it doesn't go far enough, as the Prime Minister tried to push for more draconian measures. He is facing some pushback, however. Recently, one victim of Boris Johnson's attack on the judiciary was Robert Buckland, the former Justice Secretary who was sacked back in September. All this seems to stem from Brexit. Back in 2016, Gina Miller, a Remainer activist, brought a case against the government over Article 50. In their ruling, the judges said that Theresa May had acted wrongly in triggering the article without a vote in Parliament. Another was 2 years ago when Boris Johnson prorogued Parliament for 5 weeks. Judges ruled that this was unlawful too. Johnson wants to rule unopposed. He has surrounded himself generally with people who are either idiots or just career politicians and willing to do exactly as they're told. He is leading Britain down a very dark path. Group this with Priti Patel's hostile immigration policies and Rishi Sunak's economic warfare on the poor and the working class. Brexit has handed Boris Johnson a level of power that no Prime Minister should hold unchecked. As Parliament is incapable of holding the Prime Minister to account, one of the last pillars is that of the judiciary, something that Johnson seems determined to demolish. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.